started here in about 2 minutes. Yoga with David. You need a mat. Actually, you don't necessarily need a mat. One of the beautiful things about practicing at home, you can use carpet or your floor. Sometimes it's actually more difficult without a mat. The mat gives you a little grip. If you're on a slippery surface, you have to work a little bit harder. Make sure you have a little bit of space. Another beautiful thing about yoga is you really don't need anything. We practice barefoot. You don't really need any props. It's all about you. So we'll get started here in about a minute. Just settle in. We'll start standing. So if you want to just start getting grounded in your space, just orient yourself. All right, checking Facebook, make sure we're streaming. Appears that we are, which is good. So we will get started. All right, from about the middle of your mat, have your feet in this standing position about hip distance apart. And you're going to just start feeling the ground, the mat with your feet. Start wiggling your toes. Spread them out wide. Maybe rock back and forth. I mentioned in a previous class that there's 206 bones in the whole human body. Each foot has 26 bones, so that's 52 bones. So over a quarter of your bones are in your feet. So just take some time to feel all those bones moving. You can touch your big toe to the mat, then your little toe. You can even roll out to the edges of your feet. Be gentle, maybe one at a time. Feel your feet operating. Once again, you roll back and forth up to the balls of your feet. Back. Really helps to ground not only your feet but your whole body for this practice. There's core values that the YMCA practices. Here, just settle in on your feet, hip distance apart. One of these core values is respect. In yoga, first limb is yama. That's how we relate to others. So if you think about respect, it's respecting others. Second limb is niyama. That's how we relate to ourselves. And if you think of respect, think about respecting yourself, just being here and preparing for this workout. You're showing yourself great respect. And during this whole practice, respect your body. Respect where you're at today. They call it operating at the edge. You'll feel those points of resistance, and that's where you want to operate. You want to operate at your edge, and it's different for everybody. All right, from your feet, have your knees with a little bit of a bend, then your hips. Your spine is stacked. Your shoulders back and down. You can open your palms if that helps. And then level your chin with the floor. That aligns the crown of your head with the ceiling, aligns your whole spine. This is called Tadasana, mountain pose. Just standing here, you're practicing yoga. Third limb of yoga after yama and nayama is pranayama, breath. In Sanskrit, prana is energy, pranayama is breath. Your breath is your energy. Seal your lips, separate your teeth, and begin to breathe in and out your nose. You can literally feel that breath energizing your entire body. The fourth limb is asana. As I mentioned, this pose is Tadasana. These poses end with the term asana. So you're already up to the fourth limb of yoga. Standing here, breathing, energizing. The philosophy on pranayama is it energizes your body and then you lock it in with bandhas. Pull in your belly button, engage your abdominal muscles as you continue to breathe. Those muscles you just locked is Uddiyana Bandha. Pull up your pelvic floor and engage your glute muscles. That's Mula Bandha. During this entire practice, keep those bandhas locked and breathe as deeply as you can in and out your nose. When you need extra energy, you deepen your breath. Ujjayi Pranayama, a deeper, rhythmic breath in and out your nose. Today we're going to practice some vinyasa. I actually call it vignette yasa. We're going to do these little vignettes of flow. And just standing here, we can practice a little vinyasa. So on an inhale, look to your right. On an exhale, look forward. On an inhale, look left. Exhale, look forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, look down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale. Left ear to your left shoulder. Back up. Very nice. All right, reset in mountain pose. Engage those bandhas, and we'll practice some simple vinyasa. Some simple vinyasa is simply to inhale your hands high, your gaze follows. You exhale your hands down. This gaze, as you bring it up with your hands, it's called a drishti. The drishti is really just an intentional gaze, an intentional movement of your eyes and head. Practice moving with those bandhas locked. Your breath is rhythmic. Yoga is a strange fitness class in that we don't all necessarily move in unison. You want to move to your breath. That's the rhythm that's right for you. Then exhale your hands down. All right. Reset in mountain pose. Very simply, on an inhale, raise the right knee, and on an exhale, reset in mountain pose. Go to the other side. Inhale that knee, exhale down. Just synchronize with your breath, in and out. Feel those bandhas working for you, giving you integrity in the pose. You can synchronize with your arms if you'd like. Go a little deeper. One more on each side. Reset. From here, extend your right leg out to the right side. You can bring your arms to a strong T if you'd like. And then inhale as you lift. Exhale as you touch the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. One movement, one breath. This lateral movement of the hip is really good for your hip. Not only are you building endurance and strength, but you're working on flexibility as well. In a typical day, your hip doesn't move in this lateral direction, and it's important to do so. So appreciate the great benefit. Not only you're giving your hip, but your entire body. The hip is so important to movement, back function. A lot of times they find people with backache, it's because they have tight hips. We'll do one more here. Reset and mountain pose. If those arms wide are too much, you can bring your hands to heart center or to your hips. Go to the other side, extend that left leg out. Gauge the bandhas and begin to flow. Inhale up, exhale down. One movement, one breath. Simple yet effective. One more here. Reset. All right. Step your foot out to the right. Bend that knee. And you can use the knee for support. You can come down to the mat or stay high. Lunge to the other inside, outside. And then step to the middle. Do it again. Synchronize with your breath. You just go out, in, out. You want to go a little deeper. As you come up, you can lift your knee and raise your arms. Step up. Heard it called a creeper lunge. Just gives you a little deeper lateral movement. Do one more. And step in. Go to the other side. Step out wide. Shift back and forth. Step in. If you need some support, you can stay high. There's nothing that says you can't use your legs, your knees. There's no rule of yoga that says you can't. If you want to raise your arms, lift your knee. As you come in, you can do that. And exhale. Step your feet out wide. Arms reach up. This is a 5-pointed star. From here, stay flat as a board, flat as a pancake. Simply reach this right hand down towards your right foot. Your gaze can follow or it can stay high. Feel that resistance along the left side. It's one of the hidden secrets of yoga. Use the muscles in two directions, contraction and flexion, extension. Your arms back up. Go to the other side, left hand towards that left foot. Breathe into it. You can flow side to side. Just inhale, hands high. Exhale to one side. Inhale, hands up. You feel those bandhas engaged, working for you. Feel your breath energizing your entire body. Ujjayi Pranayama. Deep breath in and out your nose. One more to each side. Your hands through heart center. Keep your legs out wide. Have your arms to a strong T. From here, we're going to find some windmills side to side. On an exhale, you simply reach. This left hand down, right hand high. Inhale back. Actually, exhale back. Inhale. You reach. Exhale, reset. One movement, one breath. Just find some simple twists. Going low, reaching for the mat is too much. You can simply turn without taking the YMCA sign off the wall. Do one more to each side. And step in mountain pose. Very nice. We're going to run through pretty much a standard part of any yoga class. Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. We're going to be doing them from end to end on the mat. So as you step to the left in this 5-pointed star, you're towards the top of your mat. And then exhale into a forward fold. So you're at the top of your mat in a forward fold. Inhale, flatten your back, look forward in a half lift. And then as you exhale back into that forward fold, step your right foot back to a low lunge, followed by your left foot and your hips high. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. From here, take a few breaths. Feel your heels melting down towards the mat. You can pedal them a little bit. We'll start slow and then we're going to build into this flow. From here, come forward to a full plank. Flat from the top of your head, right out your heels. There's a modification. There's actually a couple modifications. One is you can drop to your knees and bring your gaze up as you put a sway in your back and raise your tailbone. This is a modification to Chaturanga Dandasana, a modification to upward facing dog. And then you simply arch your back, touch your toes, push your hips high, and downward facing dog. That's a way to move through that Chaturanga series. Another option is to come from that full plank, lower all the way down onto your stomach, and bring your gaze up very lightly using your hands in a cobra. And then as you come out, move through a child's pose where your tailbone sinks low, tuck your toes, and then push your hips high in downward facing dog. The traditional flow is from this full plank is to bend your elbows, hover over your mat in a full Chaturanga Dandasana. You flip your feet flat, shine your heart as your gaze comes forward in upward facing dog. And as you push your hips high, you tuck your toes in downward facing dog. So those are your options as we move through this flow side to side. From down dog, lift your right leg high in a single leg down dog. And then step that right foot forward to the top of the mat. Help it if you need to. From here, you can keep the left hand down, inhale the right hand high in a twisted low lunge. Exhale, hands down, feet together. That left foot comes forward in a forward fold. From here, inhale your hands high, sitting low in Utkatasana, chair, like you're holding an energy ball up above your head. And then you exhale into Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of your mat. We'll step across the mat by inhaling, reaching high in this 5-pointed star, and then exhale and forward fold at the other end of your mat. Inhale, with a flat back in this half lift, Then on an exhale, plant your hands, step left foot, then right foot with hips high and downward facing dog. Come forward to that full plank. You know your options. You can come to your knees, come all the way down to the mat, or bend your elbows in Chaturanga Dandasana. Flip your feet flat. Bring your gaze forward, straighten your arms, and shine your heart. Upward facing dog. Feel those bandhas engaged. As you push back, tuck your toes, your hips come high. You can raise this left leg right away in a single leg down dog. Gently step that left foot forward to a low lunge. You can twist by inhaling. This left hand high, gaze follows. On an exhale, the left hand comes down, right foot comes next to your left foot in a forward fold. Inhale, hands high, sitting low in Utkatasana, chair. Exhale as you come out. We'll flow a little bit more. Synchronize with your breath. Inhale, hands high in a 5-pointed star. Exhale, forward fold at the other end of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step right foot, followed by left foot with hips high. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg high. Gently step that foot forward to a low lunge. You can twist by inhaling this right hand up. Right hand down, left foot steps forward. Inhale, Utkatasana, sitting low. Exhale as you come out. Flow to the other side. Hands up, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step left and right. Synchronize with your breath. Practice moving with the core engaged. Move according to your pace. Continue to flow. Continue to modify as you need to. It's said that a good breath you hear. Make it audible. Give it some texture. Feel it energize your entire body. Practice Ujjayi Pranayama. A deep, rhythmic breath. Continue to flow. Good breath you hear. A great breath everybody else hears. Make it audible. You're in a safe space. Feel the energizing effects of that deep Ujjayi Pranayama breath. We'll flow through both sides one more time. Concentrate on moving with those bandhas locked. Your breath as rhythmic as you can. Synchronizing your movement with you deep breathing. Feel how natural that is. The rhythm of your body. Step across one more time. And actually, we'll finish here at this act. Finish in mountain pose. Bring your feet about hip distance apart. Appreciate All of that work during Surya Namaskara, sun salutations. From the top of your mat, step your left foot back. Straight back behind you with the heel lifted. Have a bend in this right knee. It's said you grow the roots, then the branches. Let this left heel come down to the mat, keeping your hips square to the top of your mat. From here, inhale your hands up, like you're holding an energy ball over your head. This is Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. You're a warrior. Feel intensity in this pose. Then exhale as you step to the top of your mat. Bring your right foot back. You can drop the heel right away, the bend in the left knee, hips square. Inhale, hands up. Bandhas are engaged. Breathing is deep in and out your nose. Then exhale as you step to the top of the mat. Start to flow side to side. Inhale, hands up, the left foot back. Exhale, step forward. Right inhale, exhale. Simple yet effective vinyasa yoga. One movement, one breath. The next time you have your left foot back, hold it there, Warrior 1. And like any good warrior, we're going to show some humility. You can clasp your hands behind you. You can grab opposite elbows. Some people can do a reverse prayer. Otherwise, you can let your hands come down. You can use your leg for support. There's no rule in yoga that says you can't. Lock your bandhas, and on an exhale, drop your head right inside your right knee. Humble warrior, a deceivingly difficult pose. There's another bandha. You can tuck your chin and look back at your belly button. Jalandhara. If you have Jalandhara, Mula, and Uddiyana all engage, it's called Mahabandha, the mother bond. As much integrity in this pose as you can have. Inhale as you come up. You can release your grip or you can keep it. If you release your grip, gently, gently straighten that right leg. Hips are square to the front. And on an exhale, very gently, drop your head down towards the mat. Pyramid. Feel gravity pulling your head down. You'll feel resistance in the right leg. Just breathe into it. Inhale all the way up. And on an exhale, simply step to the top of your mat. We'll go to the other side. Inhale into that 5-pointed star. Exhale as you come to the other side. From here, step your right foot back. Heel is down. Have a bend in this left knee. You can clasp your hands if you'd like. From here, on an exhale, drop your head right inside this right knee. Should easily hear your breathing in and out your nose. Inhale as you come up. You can keep your grip or you can release it as you gently straighten this left leg. Exhale as you drop your head down towards the mat. Feel that point of resistance. Breathe into it. That's your edge. That's the most beneficial place for you to operate. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Very nice. All right. From here, step this left foot back long, toes pointed out. Open your hips. Step that left foot as long as you can while still having a bend in your right knee. Inhale, arms to opposite ends of your mat. You find a drishti gaze over your right hand. I call it the intimidating stare of the warrior. You're a warrior. Feel intensity in this pose. How often do you get to be a warrior? Feel the power. Your heart rate picks up. Your breathing deepens. Find that Ujjayi Pranayama. Feet that you worked on earlier, you feel them working. Give you stability. You extend this pose by exhaling this right hand down inside your right knee. Inhale as you reach your left hand. Your gaze follows to your lifted left fingers. You feel that resistance along the left side. Push into it. Breathe. Reverse warrior by exhaling this left hand back to the left leg. Inhale, right hand high. Gaze follows. Up past your right fingers to the ceiling. There's a beautiful vinyasa flow. You exhale the right hand down. Inhale as you reach with the left. Exhale, left hand back. Inhale, right hand high. One movement, one breath. Moving at your pace, finding your range. Where do you find the resistance? This is where the Ujjayi Pranayama is so important. To energize with a deep breath in and out your nose. As you come up, bring your arms to a strong T and very gently straighten your right leg. You exhale your right hand down towards your right foot. It might get there, it might not. Inhale, left hand high, gaze follows. Utthita Trikonasana, extended triangle. Be expansive, feel those bandhas working for you, giving you stability. Inhale, arms to that strong D. Actually, you can open right into that 5-pointed star. Exhale as you step to the other side of your mat. All right. From here, step your your right foot down your mat, toes pointed out, bend in this left knee. Inhale, arms to opposite ends of your mat. Find that drishti gaze of your left hand. Make sure your hips are wide open. Your breath is deep and energizing. Feel the intensity of being a warrior. Everything's turned on. Extend this pose. Left hand comes down. Exhale, inhale as you reach with this right hand. Gaze follows. Reach, be long. If you need support, it's always there. A little more, you just take it away. Reverse this pose by exhaling right hand back, inhaling left hand high. Hold and breathe. Find that vinyasa flow. You just exhale, left hand down. Inhale as you reach with right. Exhale, right hand back. Inhale, left high. One movement, one breath. The pace of your breathing. The depth that's right for your body. It's the beauty of vinyasa. Find some depth. Get a little relief. Come right back. Maybe find just a little bit more. Appreciate not only the flexibility you're building, but the strength in your legs. Great mobility in your arms, your shoulders, function of your back. It's a beautiful exercise. As you come up, bring your arms to that strong T, gently straighten. Left leg. Exhale the left hand, targeting that left foot. Inhale, right hand high, gaze follows. Open your arms wide. Explore the core, make sure those bandhas are locked. And breathe as deeply as you can in and out your nose. Ujjayi Pranayama. And Utthita Trikonasana. Extended triangle. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale as you step to the top of the mat. Outstanding. Very difficult flow, but one that's very rewarding and very beneficial to your entire body. Nicely done. All right, we're going to go through just a simple balancing move. You can flow this. I think today we'll just practice a little more of a static hold. You can have your hands on your hips just to make sure your hips are square to the front. Begin to open this right foot. And eventually you'll feel a point where you want to open this right hip more, but resist. Keep the hips square, especially that right hip, as you push the left or the right foot open. From here, keep this angle, bend your knee, and simply kickstand. You can feel that knee continuing to push back while the right hip pushes forward. You can slide it up to your calf if you'd like. Explore that. This dynamic tension helps with the balance. You can grow some branches. Be a deciduous tree. Reach your hands wide. A coniferous tree. Bring them together. Like a Christmas tree. You can go deeper. Resist the urge to reach down and pull that right foot higher. You can actually just slide it right up your leg. Concentrate. If you fall out, get right back in. It's said you really don't want to use your knee for support, but using this technique, you've got a lot of integrity. You're protecting that knee. And you just exhale into Tadasana. Beautiful. Reset. Re-engage the core, bandhas. Explore the left foot. Open it up. Keep the hips square. Once you find that point of resistance, you can kickstand. Just keep pushing the left knee back, the left hip forward. Feel that dynamic tension. Just maybe slide the foot up to the calf. Grow some branches. Maybe find a little more depth. Slide that foot up your leg. Continue to push the left knee back, the left hip forward. Feel that dynamic tension, how it locks in your balance. You feel how important your core is to overall balance. And exhale. Reset into Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, come all the way down to your mat in a seated position. We're going to go through a bridge pose. So lay back on your mat, heads down, shoulders are flat, knees are bent, heels come as close to you as you can. Maybe your hands touch your heels. Some people actually can grab their ankles, but you want to get your hands close to your feet. Shoulders flat on the mat. From here, you push your hips high, adjust as you will. Want as big of a back bend as you can. And you do that with your bandhas, especially Mula Bandha. Pull in your pelvic floor, clench those glute muscles, and you feel your hips go higher. Maybe your feet come in a little bit. Engage your quad muscles, your thigh muscles. Hips might go higher. The legs do the lifting. This back bend is good for the spine. The discs between the vertebrae are realigning themselves. Appreciate the benefit of giving your back right now. Exhale, let your hips come all the way down to the mat. You can end in Shavasana by simply extending your legs long, laying on your mat, or you can end with legs up the wall, maybe on a chair, an ottoman, anything to support your legs. Once again, if you don't, just lay flat on your mat. With legs up the wall, you want your hips close to the wall, close to the support. If that's too much, just move your hips away from the wall a little bit, get a little bit of an angle. Get your legs straight, your shoulders are flat. Have your arms out for support. Your breathing becomes normal and natural, autonomic. Your body breathes on its own, all day, all night. Bring your concentration to that natural breath. As you concentrate on your breathing, at first it'll feel like you're manipulating your breath, but your body knows what to do. Any thoughts that enter your mind, you let them go by going back to focusing and observing your body breathing on its own, autonomically. You allow gravity to pull you down. Let it take over. Let it work the magic in your legs. Focus on your natural breathing. Appreciate the gift your body gives you 24 hours a day. Resist the urge to move. Be still. Just be. Bring your awareness back to your space. Find some movement, wiggle your fingers, toes. Work to draw your knees into your chest. And roll through the right side of a fetal position. Keeps the heart on the left side lifted. Signifies the rebirth of your practice. eventually meet a seated position. The entire yoga practice is a form of meditation. It's a path or a journey deep within yourself. We talked about yama and nayama, the idea of respecting others, but more importantly, respecting yourself. Pranayama, the breath, asana, the poses. And it leads all the way to the end. Dharana, meditation. Happen to drift away at the end and then come back. It's the final limb of yoga. Samadhi, final meditative state. And you've given yourself a gift. Not only the gift of physical fitness, but you're more content than when you started. You're happier. You get to take that with you the rest of the day. Enjoy it. Hands to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, my friend. Namaste. Thank you for practicing. My name's David. I'll be back on Tuesday night at 5. Linda follows right now with another class, another streaming class. She's a wonderful instructor. I encourage you to stay and use your flexibility and do a little bit more. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Thank you.